The original Halo Combat Evolved is like that pretty girl that used to live next door that you secretly had a crush on back in 2001. If you're wondering what the heck I'm on about, just stick around, it'll all be explained by the end. If you're an Xbox or Halo fan, then you might think that Halo Campaign Evolved was made for someone just like you. Let me be brutally honest with you up front, I wouldn't be so sure.
This is gonna be good. I'll make some popcorn.
Cortana, hack the mainframe.
I'd love to help you go further, Master Chief.
Out of tokens, son of a...
You see, Halo Campaign Evolved is a full-blown Unreal Engine 5 remake of the original from 2001. Well, a remake of some of it anyway, and for the first time ever, it's releasing on PlayStation as well as Xbox. It's undeniably pretty and packed with tons of visual flair and detail, and it's got some updated cinematics and a redesigned Cortana too. And if I show you a comparison to the original and the Master Chief Collection remaster and this, I'm sure you'll agree that it's easy to see that it's a pretty heavy-duty visual overhaul overall. And what I do like is that if you look at the comparison, you can tell that compared to the remaster, this carries a lot of the proper visual tone that was seen in the original.
Open fire! Open fire!
Besides that though, it's mostly the same game underneath, with some changes to the levels, modern controls, and a few added abilities, but other than that, it's designed to deliver that iconic Halo feel, and it does that well. But that also means it still shows its age and some clunky game design and level pacing that often feels like you're just running or driving around the same areas a bit too much. And despite some of the modernizations, some of them don't actually add that much to the experience, and I sometimes still found myself getting lost during missions because of the repetitive nature of this old level design.
I'll bet the silent cartographer is somewhere inside that facility.
Despite the visual updates and even a skull that lets you play in third person, this is still just the same Halo that you played, then played again, and probably played a few times more with your friends. There's nothing fundamentally new here to really make you need or want to play through the campaign again.
Master Chief, we have a ship of aliens incoming. We need to detain and deport them immediately before they come in. Take our jabs.
They added some bonus missions too, and while they curiously start with a Star Wars type text crawl, it is nice to see that they added something new with some story and cutscenes, but they're not really that much to write home about.
Boo.
Honestly, it would have been awesome to actually have a proper little expansion plugged into this remake.
You know how expensive this gear is, son?
When it comes to Xbox, there's a bit of an elephant in the room, and that is the Master Chief Collection. And this brings me back to that beautiful girl next door that I mentioned. Well, unfortunately, at some point, her parents packed everything up, sold the house, and moved to a new city, taking her and your dreams with them. The Halo Master Chief Collection is you bumping into her years later in college, realizing she's even more beautiful than before, still into you, and she brought friends.
Sold!
And the question for you guys specifically is, why would you ever need anything more? And also, who's the Halo campaign remake in all of this? We will get back to that in just a moment, but first, there's something else we need to address.
Blue on blue, dog! Hey, friendly fire!
If you didn't realize or get the hint from the title, this is Halo Campaign Evolved. It has solo as well as online and split screen co-op campaign, but it is completely devoid of one of the biggest reasons we fell in love with Halo to begin with, and that's because there's no versus multiplayer at all.
Caboose! Say goodbye to your stupid blue moron.
Campaign Evolved and its Unreal Engine can do many things, but letting you 360 bitch slap your friend from behind before giving them a healthy dose of the bag is not one of them. And you know, I tested it in the campaign, even in third person, and brewing a fresh one on a Covenant alien's forehead, well, it just isn't the same. So while there's still a lot of that Halo charm in here, it had some bugs at launch, and get this, it kicked me back to the main menu whenever I used Quick Resume, because even when playing solo campaign by myself, it was unhappy that I lost my connection to the online network.
On approach.
Hey, in you go.
The frame rate in split screen is atrociously bad on the Xbox Series X, even in performance mode, and it uses such an ultra-wide view for each player that we even struggled to see what was going on sitting fairly close to a 65-inch TV. So if Halo Combat Evolved is the girl next door, and the Master Chief Collection is the girl next door years later in college with friends, well then who is the remake in this whole story exactly? Halo Campaign Evolved reminds me of one of those before and after celebrity pictures where a celebrity was beautiful and they started aging, so they went and got a whole bunch of cosmetic surgery to try and stay relevant, but that was never the reason they stopped being hired in the first place. What actually happened is that everyone else moved on, honed their skills, learned new moves, tried new styles. And that, in a nutshell, is Halo Campaign Evolved. It looks beautiful, better than it's ever looked. The problem is that deep down, it's still the same Halo, but with the upgraded visuals and words like remake, there's an expectation for more, and unfortunately, there just isn't that much more here beyond a pretty face.
There must be some mechanism to cross this chasm. Look for a control panel or switch.
That doesn't mean you should just completely dismiss it though, especially depending on where you're going to play. Ultimately, Halo Campaign Evolved is a very decent visual remake, but with no major changes to the gameplay experience to launch it into the modern age. And if you want to know what I mean, just look at the original Resident Evil 2 and the remake that Capcom made that sparked off this big remake craze. Familiar and respectful of where it came from, but at the same time delivering something completely fresh.
Claire, get out. Get out now!
So my recommendation for Halo Campaign Evolved changes depending on if you're going to be playing it on Xbox or PS5. For Xbox gamers and Halo fans, there's nothing that new to come back to. No multiplayer and a few hiccups to boot. There's pretty much no reason for you to buy this when you can just go and dip your toe in for a bit of nostalgia on Game Pass. To be honest, the Master Chief Collection offers most of this and so much more. If you got a PS5 and you want to taste that forbidden Halo fruit, you're going to have to pony up and buy it to find out if first-person console gaming in 2001 was all it was cracked up to be. And look, I mean, if you've never played it before, the Halo campaign is still pretty good fun, especially in co-op, so if you're starving for something to play right now, you really could do worse. Otherwise, we've waited over 25 years to play it on PlayStation, so you're really missing nothing by waiting just a little bit more to pick it up on a sale.
Okay, Mr. Monologue. Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock.
In many ways, it feels like little more than a probe being sent out to scan the PlayStation audience for new customers while finding a way to make a few bucks off of their experiment to see if they can effectively translate Halo over into the Unreal Engine. It also seems likely that this might be the first and last Halo to ever come to PlayStation. There was probably a much bigger plan in play here that got completely derailed when Xbox got put under new leadership just recently, but that's
a different story altogether.
As for this video, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.
Nothing makes me happier than teabagging. My quote of the week is from Kevin. he's like, all right, down, let's bag him. Guys in their 30s just like teabagging high schoolers. His wife is like in the same room.